And our next paste align tool is our paste to same place, which you might say, well, why on earth would you do that? And there's a couple of reasons. With definitely using design options and work sets, we have videos on both of these topics, extensive videos. That's one of the times when you would basically want to make a copy of something like a floor and paste it to exactly the same place. And then once you've pasted it, you can change it to a different phase, or you can change it to a different design option, or you can change it to a different work set. So that's one of the things. It's you want to create an identical object in exactly the same place physically, but then you're going to change the properties of it, or you might even go in and edit the footprint. So if I was to take this floor and say copy, and then say copy from here to here. Now I've got two floors right on top of each other. I have this floor and I have that floor. Okay, that's basically what the paste to same place does. It basically copies one right on top of each other. So I'm going to delete this guy. The only thing is I don't have to pick the base points or anything. Okay, let's just realign this because I like to keep things tidy. Let's oh, I think it was centered on here. Tab to pick this. There. Escape, escape. Now, if we go to, say, a 3D view, okay, I don't need to save this. I can pick on this floor as an example, copy to clipboard, or Control C, or cut, and then paste to same place. Pick, done. That's it. Click out. Now I have two of them here. If I do a filter like this, okay, you'll see that, oh, it doesn't show it in here. I wish the filter option would show. If I grab more than one object, then I go to filter, it's going to say I have two walls and two floors selected. Okay. So what's happened is I have one floor here on top of the other. If I pull this guy out, there he is. But the difference is in here, I can go down here and I can change the phase of it. Phase created, phase demolished. And if I'm using my design options down inside of here, I can work with that. And also if I'm using work sets over here, I can work with that. So without getting into work sets and design options and starting them up, I'm not going to be able to go too much further with it. But the thing is, again, I'm going to delete that. The only challenge with this particular lesson is you're trying to think of, well, where would I want to do this? And there might come a time when you might want to create an identical copy of something, maybe to make a group or do something with them, and you want to make an exact copy in the same place. And then that's when you'll say, now I remember, why that tool is built in. So again, pick on here, Control C on the clipboard, on the keyboard, click out, paste to the same place, and then it gets pasted, and it also is highlighted. You can't really see it in this view, but it is highlighted, so I could go in right away and say edit boundary as an example, go back to my level 1, pull all these lines out for whatever reason, okay, and then finish, click out, and then I've got one floor that's back inside of there, and then I've got one big floor. Maybe I'm going to take this guy now and edit the boundary of that and use my pick walls. And, I can't use my pick walls because I've already got some in there. Can I? Yes, I can. So I can maybe, maybe there's a perimeter slab around the outside that's not part of the inside. So I'm cutting a hole in the slab right now. Okay, so I did a Control C, copied it, pasted it to exactly the same place, and then took the pasted one, edited it, cut a hole in it. Oh, I need to continue with my trimming. Let's get rid of this guy and trim these two up. See if that does it. Finish. Oh, still need to trim. There we go. Click out, 3D view. So I started with a copy. I pasted it to exactly the same place, which means it's the same floor on the same level, exactly the same object in the same place. And then I picked on it and I did edit footprint, basically cut a hole in it, And now that there's a hole in it, I could pick on it and I can change it to, different floor type if I wanted. Okay? So that's just kind of a strategy that you can use. I don't recommend grabbing a whole bunch of stuff, and doing a great big, copy and then, paste the same place. Because if you do that, click out right now, you've got two of everything everywhere in here, which might work if you're using, again, phasing and design options and stuff. So the key to remember is, I'm going to redo back, is when you do a copy and paste, and because we're in a 3D view, you can't really see it, but I could go in here, for instance, grab these guys, Control C, copy to the clipboard. Then I go back and say paste to the same place. Now, it's just pasted all those objects. One right, there's duplicates of everything. But the key is they're all highlighted. So now if I wanted to, for whatever reason, I could switch to a different view and I could say, move from here to here. Oh, it's not letting me. Not letting me move vertically. I can move horizontally if I wanted to over to there. And it doesn't like everything there, but that's okay. What a mess. 3D view. So I've now let me undo that back. And does it let me have my object selected back? No, it does not. So a bit of a confusing one, I admit, but when there comes time when you will want to copy and paste exactly to the same place, then that's your one right there, align to same place. Maybe have a look at the help menu, but I have to say it's probably the one I've used the least amount on our list of align options here.